Join Dalton and Jacob as they discuss the ever-changing world of trading card games. TCG Buzz starts now.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Dalton, back at it again with someone new. By new, I mean new with me in the mix. We got Bryce.
Hey there, how's it going?
How you doing today, Bryce?
I'm doing perfect.
Oh, this is nice. This is nice to know. Well, today we're bringing you the very postponed Buddy Legends set preview, and we brought Bryce just because, one, Jacob's dead.
Oh,
Two,
he lives on in our hearts.
fondly. And by hearts, we mean on a piece of paper because no room in our hearts. And two, I feel Bryce, since we kind of got him into Buddyfight recently, and there's a lot of stuff that he might like in this set, and by a lot of stuff, like 2 cards, but besides that, it'd be a lot more interesting. And I honestly don't have too many cards myself, just because things, I feel like Christian would have been a little bit better for it, but Christian doesn't want to do this. So you want to get into this little preview of the set of the cards that we like and so forth?
Of course. Do you want to lead us off?
Oh, I'll gladly lead us off. I'll lead us off. We're not going to go by worlds. We're just kind of go randomly in a sense. But I'm going to start off with Armor Knight Cougar Ace, just because it's a fantastic card. It's an executioner, and it's going to make Tyrants better. That's right. Even though it's an Armor Knight and an executioner, Tyrants are the ones that are going to get the most benefit out of it. So basically, it has the axe skill to place itself from field into the soul of a weapon. When it's in the soul of a weapon, that weapon gains plus 3,000 power. And when that weapon attacks, you basically gain a life and draw a card. Because who wouldn't want that? Who wouldn't want that? What do you think about that card, Grace?
Sounds so basic.
Dang. You're right, though. You're right. It is kind of basic. Because I can't remember the exact card that I started using for my Executioner's deck. That was way better than Cougar's original form. But it basically does the same thing.
Well, at least it's the best of the Cougars.
Yeah. All right, Bryce, what card would you like to talk about?
All right. For White Supreme Dragon, Deity of Creations, Gaindora.
That's right, guys. We converted him to Zwei.
It always won me in my heart. But it's a size shooting Dragon Kami. It says power of 15,000, a critical of 4, and a defense of 12,000. Same stats as the original guy. However, he is a smaller crit. However, it's the same conditions as the original guy, where you can only play it if your flag is dry. You transform for the same cost, and then it cannot be destroyed, returned to the hand, and abilities cannot be nullified. And then when you transform into him, instead of what is it? Not allowing your opponent to draw cards, you draw until you have 6. And then you may discard a card to give him either penetrate or double attack.
Oh, dang. That's pretty scary. It's pretty scary, mate.
Yeah, it is. It is quite dangerous.
Hey, you don't say, matey. It does sound pretty dangerous.
It's almost as dangerous as Boomerang Dragon right in the down under.
Oh, this is going to be a good one, guys. I can just tell. All right. We'll go off to my next card. I'm pretty sure there's only going to be a total of 5 cards talked about in this episode, but still, it should be a funny episode. Maybe. Who knows? But Delusion Butterfly Golem. I love this card for the fact of more dual golem support and more OTK potential.
It sounds trippy, mate. What does it do?
Oh, what does it do? Well, you see, when a dual golem on your field is destroyed, and this card's in your hand, you can counter call it from hand without having to pay a gauge or anything like that, like Vol Golem from the drop, that filthy peasant. But yeah, you basically get to call him, and, you know, basic dual golem things like, oh, you can pay a gauge, just keep it on the field. If you don't, oh, it's destroyed. Whoop-de-doo. Yeah, pretty basic stats. You know, it has 2 crit, which we we don't really care about the power and defense. We only care about the crit. There's 2 crit, but if you think about it, if you use it with OG, that's 5 crit. And there's strats behind this, man. Strats. Because, you know, you can have one of the strong little size ones, you know, a 4 critter or a 5 critter, making them 7 or 8. They get destroyed. I'm going to call him. That's 5. Swing for 5. He's destroyed. Oh, I have Volgolem in my drop. Let's pay guys to bring him back. Swing for another 5. Swing with Dragolem for 6. Swing with item for 6. He's still alive? How? Tell me. How?
It's that Dragon Swine, mate. That 20 health really helps, don't that, Jacob? Oh.
Well, actually, it wouldn't help because that was more than 20. That was actually like almost 30.
Darn it, Jacob, you dirty lying wanker. Why didn't you tell me this?
Dual golems in OTKs.
It tries.
It tries. It tries for sure. All right, what other cards you got over there, Bryce?
All right. Mark of Atonement. Ajeta Hakataiva. It's a size 3 with a critical of 2, 10,000 power and defense. And then you call it by paying 3 gauge and putting 2 monsters from your field into the drop zone. And then when this card is destroyed, draw a card. Then, if your flag is Dragon's Zwei, put up to 1 Dragon Dry from your hand or deck on top of the flag and then shuffle your deck. And if you do, gain 5 life. It also has Penetrate and triple attack. And I do like what this card does. They don't want to kill it, but they'll die if they don't.
Well, I'm assuming you're just going to call it to the center and be like, heh, now what?
Pretty much. Because it's there for being in your opponent's way, and then they have to kill it in order to go anywhere for the turn. And then on top of that, the thing hits 3 times, and you're already at a substantial lead. You could do the Death Wizard, get 2 gauge. You could probably summon Agricola or the other one that does the same thing, but you also draw a card or whatever. Or even the Retainer, pay 2 life, draw 2 cards. And then at this point, you already have 4 gauge. Summon it. You have first turn, Asita Haka Daiva. And then your opponent stares at you like, well, that happened.
Or even better, you don't try to use any life because it's only 3 gauge, right?
Yes.
Plus removing 2 monsters. Just call 2 random monsters that are free to call, that don't do too much. It's like, all right, they're gone. Boom.
I forget its name, but you can also use the one that when it leaves the field, you get 2 gauge from the top of your deck. I can see that card being played because it is a size 1.
That's true. But I just see it and just like, well, I'm at 20 life. You get rid of him, I'll be at 25.
Because even with charge and draw, you'll still go to 3 gauge anyways.
Exactly. Oh, jeez. Oh.
Because
he's nerf.
Because, I mean, if you have the one card as your buddy, you're effectively paying only 1 life to draw 2 cards, and then it's just more consistent now. And it can hopefully, just hopefully stand up to the cancer that is the chaos.
It's not just the chaos. Chaos, it's kind of okay. But when we talk chaos being cancer, we're talking more auto deity army. Let's be real, because it's copy paste Thunder Empire and Thunder Empire, the 2 cancers, the 2 cancers of X, man. They're the X cancers. I just see Christian in the background, just like, yeah, oh yeah, they're my cancer. Anything else you want to say about that card?
I think this will probably be one of the cards that it may or may not be short printed. I don't know if they'll pull that on us, but hope to God they don't.
Hopefully not, because it's a smaller set in general. I haven't really looked too much into the specs of like how the boxes are going to be done and so forth, but we'll see. We will definitely see. And off to my last card. You already knew I was going to be talking Cosmo Dragoons, because hopefully I can be trading for one sooner or later. But that's besides the point. We're talking about T18 Surgigion. You can only call 1 per turn, which is okay because of its effect. Because on enter, if you have another Cosmo Dragoon on field, look at top 3 cards, put up to 1 into your gauge, add up to 1 Cosmo Dragoon to hand, and put the rest on top of your deck in any order. And you know how much Cosmo Dragoons like messing around with the top few cards of their deck to try to proc off other skills. Oh, it's going to be glorious. It's a size 1. Glorious. Just glorious. I can see it already. It may never become meta, but that's okay. It's just too liked by everybody. At least I think it is. Cosmo Dragoons. Please be in tier 3. What do you think about Cosmo Dragoons? I know you haven't had too much experience with them, but they're basically manipulating the top of their deck to make sure certain cards are on the top. Cards swing, they reveal the top. Oh, look, it's Cosmo Dragoon, because that's what most of them do. And then they get effects off of that. What do you think about that?
I would prefer Plague at that point in that type of strategy, because then their end goal is better than Cosmo Dragoons. Like, you don't play the game anymore. Like, okay, that's fair.
I guess. Because
I only had to jump through like 16,000 hoops to make this trinket work.
Well, Cosmo Dragoons are actually scary consistent, though. A lot more consistent than Plague as of the moment. I feel like they'll be better. I feel like they can easily wipe the board with Plague, just because Plague needs like a turn or two to get World Pandemic. Like, all right, now it's no fun, no games. Now you scoop. Unless you run Infinite the Chaos, which is those bastards. That's all I gotta say. Those bastards.
Because plot armor.
Plot armor, exactly. Well, I'm pretty sure you don't have any more cards, correct, to talk about?
Well, I do have one more, and it's
All right.
more so for the Ein fans at home.
Oh, there. Let's talk about it.
Mark of Transgression, Azi Tahakasis. Size of 4, Dragon Kami. Powers 10,000, and its defense is also the same, with a critical of 2. And then you put only 1 card from your field to the drop zone, but you still pay 3 gauge. And it also triple attacks. And then when this card is destroyed, I may pay life, and if you do, equip up to a total of 2 items with Alta Gwenulf in their card names.
Qualta Gwalnith.
Thank you. From your hand and deck. If you looked at your deck, shuffle your deck, obviously. This ability is also treated as the ability of Demonic Demise Dragon Azi Tahaka.
Oh, jeez. That's strong. That's strong, because there's 3 different Qualta Gwalniths now, especially with the new one being released. The OG one basically nullifies the abilities of monsters when it attacks. The second one basically, you attack by yourself, nullify that attack. And the new one, which I believe you pay a life, I don't think anything else, just the life. It might be a gauge too. Can't remember off the top of my head. But if it's a link attack, nullify that as well. So just sitting there thinking about it like,
just pay a life.
Just pay a life. Yeah, so you just sit there with the new one and the second one, and you're just like, now try to deal damage. Even you, Chaos, you can't even deal with that. Because not only do your single attacks can't do nothing for you, but your link attacks won't do nothing for you. Suck on dumb apples, man. Oh, jeez.
I think a lot of the Ein people are ecstatic that those cards came out.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be a nice little boost to both Zwei and Ein and Dry, technically.
Personally, I'm a bigger fan of Zwei, but that's just me. Just the fact you have a bigger starting health total, on top of you get to get away with more stuff in Zwei than you would in Ein. Because your payoff is you draw 6 cards, and then you can either double attack or penetrate, or you can gain 5 life by pitching 2 size 3 monsters, and then you destroy all monsters when you attack with it, regardless if it's negated or not.
True, it's pretty scary.
And then you can start the game with effectively 25 life.
Oh, don't remind me. Not even that. You could potentially do it to like 30. Oh, God. No, Dalton, stop. Stop. I have to stop myself. Otherwise, I'm going to break it. Well, I think that's going to wrap up for Buddy Legends and our grand total 6 cards that we wanted to talk about. We would have loved to talk about more cards, but honestly, in my opinion, for me, not too many things really caught my eye. Yes, I know there's drum, and that could be a completely separate video, but yeah, not for now. Not for now. You know, that doesn't mean I won't be trying to make sure I get all my drums and try to make a deck with them, but that's besides the point. It also allows us to show Bryce off and his newfound love of Zwei. Kind of showing you, we got more people over here, and it should be fun for Bryce, you know, getting his deck a little bit more competitive instead of just sitting there like, oh, Thunder Empire, oh, Auto Deities, oh, Christian, why do you hate us all? As I look at Christian intently, mean mugging. But I think that's going to wrap it up for us. Any last words from you, Bryce?
I'm sorry. I have Jacob in my heart, and it's weighing heavy on me. But
no problem. Jacob, anything else from you? Excellent, man. That beautiful.
Buy it on Friday, April 21st. You got it. Okay. All right.
April 20th, bro.
April 20th is tomorrow.
No, it's not.
I'm sorry. I'm traveling in time. I'm a day ahead of you.
It's all right. It's all right. But I think that's going to wrap it up for us. So make sure to follow us on Instagram, join our Discord, talk with us. We are going to be working with our Discord, getting it a little bit more reorganized. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't so already. Hit the bell to get those notifications, though. Maybe buy some things from our shop if you'd like to. You know, send a little support our way if you want. It's up to you. You don't got to. But much would be appreciated if you do. And above all else, stay classy, y'all.
See you next time.
Thanks for listening to TCG Buzz. New episodes can be found on tcgbuzz.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. For box openings, deck profiles, and more, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.